the uni chatbot. And over here is the conversation history. So obviously I can see just here that you guys are having a little play around with it. And it seems to have done pretty well there, doesn't it?
It's very good, yeah.
Yeah. Now to actually train it, as I say,
Right.
wow, there was a lot going on there. So because the website, the Miami University website, is basically split into loads of subdomains. So instead of it just being, Miami.edu and that's it, our
Hmm.
crawler could just go along and grab all of that. But because it's in lots of separate subdomains, we had to go and grab them all individually, crawl them, next one, crawl them, but it's in. And as you can see, we've got all of these different sections here rather than just the business school. And they're all here like this. So all of this information is now contained here and in 676 pages of content and several PDFs. Now, there probably is more PDFs, but I've managed to grab all of these here, which is, well, there must be at least 30 or 40 of them there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If I click on it, are you seeing this? Are you?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. So this is all the kind of stuff that that it's getting here from the website automatically. But the honor code here, so it's
Hmm.
got all of this information. We could, in theory, ask it anything about the honor council here. There you go, the council's purpose. So if I was to say, what is the purpose of the honor council out of interest? Let's see if we've got that. What is the purpose of the Honor Council? There we are. Let's see what it comes up with. And there we are. The
Wow.
Hmm.
purpose of the Honor Council is to hear alleged cases,
Hmm.
determine the facts, and then there's a link going there to
That's
the
really
very
nice.
PDF, so we
That's
can
really nice.
find
This
out
is so
more
good.
about that. And yeah, I mean, the amount of information it can take is phenomenal, really.
Hmm.
And it can help out both students and faculty. In the UK, we're doing a couple of schools at the moment, and we've got one chatbot dedicated for the staff, and then one chatbot for the parents. And it's working really well because, for example, with the school, if I just go to it here, actually, if we go to the LM School Guide, here we are, we can see what I've done here with theirs is to train it up on all of their policies and everything so that the teachers can very easily find out what they should do in a certain circumstance. When a pupil, for example, is caught smoking or something silly like that, and you can see it's being used extensively here,
Hmm.
in a school that's significantly smaller than yours. This one's only got 1,500 students. So
Hmm.
I would imagine Miami University would be used a lot. I
Hmm.
would think thousands of questions would be deflected from staff and
Hmm.
really help. So it could be very useful for you guys, I feel.
Yeah. The thing we're called, and it's interesting, is there's another university called Miami University. We're
Right.
called the University of Miami. So
Of
you just,
Miami.
right.
Yeah.
So you need
Okay.
to make sure that
Yes.
everywhere that it has, because then they'll pay attention to that, even though
I
it's
see.
not a big deal.
And also there's another one, is it University of Florida as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's University
That's
of
another
Florida.
monster, isn't it? Very
Yeah.
Right.
big.
And then there's also another state school in Miami called Florida International University.
Wow. Crikey. It
Yes.
sounds like half of Miami is made up of universities.
Right. And then there's another one that has over two, and this may be of an interest. Once you almost have one university, right,
Yeah.
you can go on to others. There's another one in Miami,
Mm.
which I'm familiar with those folks. It's called
Right.
Miami-Dade
Oh,
College, and that
okay.
has
Yeah.
over 200,000 students.
Wow. That's absolutely crazy.
And it basically, and they do a lot of innovative, they have innovative activities. They have an AI center.
Oh,
They
really?
get like
Wow.
AI certificates and things like that. So
I
once we
see.
get maybe something like that, we
But none
Yeah.
can.
of them have a bot like this.
What?
None of them have a bot like this.
No. So that's what I'm
No.
saying. So,
Yeah.
but once you show proof of concept of one, then it's easier to address
Yes.
others as far
Absolutely.
as that. So one of the things
Definitely.
that I wanted to think about, one is
Yep.
Jason, is you coming to the class, but I'm also thinking about 2 points here. Is one is for faculty
Yep.
to be able like to have their own bot.
Yes, definitely.
And that's why I sent you just even my earlier copy of my Vita that you could ask questions to. And I'm thinking about the students not only attaching it to their websites, but almost that the students would have their own bot. And almost their
Yes.
bot, I think, for hiring purposes. You know,
Right.
it's almost like a personalized
Hmm.
bot that if I were somebody's going to query me and ask me questions about hiring, what type of job, almost like a job
Yeah,
interview.
I see.
What do you
Yeah, I
what do
mean
you
that
think
can be
about
done.
that for the
Yeah, I
use of
mean
your bot?
a chatbot could definitely be trained to do that, no problem. Yeah.
And
I mean,
how
ultimately,
difficult would that be for our students as a project to do something like that?
okay. So,
I'm
first of
thinking
all,
about actually what I wanted to do, and for you, Jason, to think about it, is I wanted to have our students get hands-on experience with bot creation.
yes,
So I'm
that's
thinking
right.
about, unless you can think about others, my idea is that the students, one of the things they're all interested in is getting an internship, getting a job to be hired. So I'm thinking
Yes.
about that. It almost can be a way in which they could practice with being using that chatbot, unless you have
Yeah,
other
definitely.
ideas of what a
Yeah, I
student
mean,
could use.
they could create a, I mean, what are they? They're also creating a website, are they, as well,
Right,
I think.
right. They're creating a website for projects, and they're going in general, they're going to be like AI consultants, helping businesses
Right.
and giving advice to businesses about different products, different ways in which they can increase their sales, they can be more
Yes.
effective, efficient, and basically telling the students that they'll have jobs if they know how to use AI, and then they'll be
Yeah.
giving instructions to, let's say, other businesses and how they could
Yeah, I mean, that's got
use
to be an
AI.
in-demand thing right now. I
Right,
mean, you
right.
guys
Help
must
me.
be inundated by people wanting to join this course, I would think.
Yeah, well, and also we're at our limit, but also I have a number of business people. I was just yesterday with an integrative physician,
Right.
that she's like what they call a functional physician, and she wanted to figure out how can I use AI in my practice? How
Yes.
can I use it for my patients?
Yeah, and I
How
think that
can
is
I?
the big question now. It is like, okay, we've got this wonderful technology, but how can we best use it to really help ourselves right now?
Right, right.
And everybody's kind of discovering these different
Yeah,
ways as they
everybody
go
knows
along.
ChatGPT, but how do I get beyond that and make it
Yeah,
personalized and just
that's
asking
right.
questions from ChatGPT?
Yeah, definitely. Well, the good thing is with our chatbots actually as well is that if you choose to, you can effectively make it like ChatGPT. You can put a new instruction in here that just allows it to go outside of the information. So then it won't just use everything you've uploaded, it will also use ChatGPT's knowledge. And in fact, you can have nothing loaded here if you want to, and literally just say, right, I would like you to be to act as a maths teacher, specializing, for children age, 8 to 10, and your job is to be a fun and interactive teacher. And then you can use the chatbot in the usual places, put it anywhere you want in a website or wherever, and then people can interact with it. And the same thing happens. All the chats are recorded. They can
Mm-hmm.
be automatically emailed through to somebody who needs to look at them all, or you can download a whole report once a month. So there's lots of things you can do with it. So there's a lot of options, really. And very soon we're bringing in voice as well.
Oh.
How did you know that was my next question?
Ah, there you go.
Yeah,
Well, what
yeah.
it was is yesterday, I've been waiting for this because
Okay.
we could have built this. We could have built voice, but it's not
Why
great.
bother?
Yeah, well, it's not great. And the thing is what would happen is basically somebody would say something, they'd speak to it, then that speech would get converted to text, put into ChatGPT, then ChatGPT would get its response and convert that to sound and then speak it out. But that now is out the window because that's a slow and sort of a low latency method. It's quite a long time to do all of that. It doesn't feel very natural.
Yeah.
But as you might be aware, it has advanced voice now,
Yeah.
ChatGPT, where you
Right.
have a
We
chat.
are.
Well, yesterday they released the API for that,
Right.
which
Oh,
means now we could produce something that really does feel like a half decent natural conversation, but about the university, for example. So, you could quite easily have a voice mode put onto the chatbot
Yes.
where someone can have a nice chat and find out, everything about the uni in one hit. So
Yeah.
we're working on that now,
When will
amongst
that be
other things.
available for us to test? Could we test that this
Well,
semester?
yeah, as soon as it's done, I mean, it literally came out yesterday, so we're planning how we would integrate this because we're not 100% sure as to how the conversations would be recorded yet.
mhm.
Because obviously, with them being voice, what do we do? Do we have over here in our chat history, do we create a whole new kind of interface that has recordings, or do we convert those conversations to text? So there's quite a lot for us to think about.
Yeah, maybe the
But
easiest one would be converting it to text, because that's a lot of times what they're doing. If you look at your screen, you're
yeah,
seeing, when you're hearing the voice, you're also seeing the text. And what's nice
yes,
in a lot of these is you become to have the conversation, and a lot of times the conversation is nice to have it remain in text, so then you can copy and
yes,
paste certain answers rather
that's
than
it.
having the
So
voice.
yeah, so we're just planning everything, and as soon as
Yeah.
that's ready, then yeah, that would be a great addition.
So my opinion is the after you have the voice is definitely save that text, and you have, who said what, the bot said
Yes,
this, Jason said
Yeah.
this, and
exactly.
you had a number of people. And then you
Yeah,
could
very
and,
much so. I mean,
and
we
then
do
you
it.
could take some of those and make them as frequently asked questions. You could take even some of the
Yeah, exactly. Recycle. I mean, this is how
cycle that
the
text. Yeah.
yeah, this is how the conversations are at the moment. They're all recorded in
Yes.
PDFs like that, so you can see
Right.
the user bot. So
Yeah.
it's all there, transcribed like that. But if we can do that with voice too, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah,
So
that'd be
yeah,
brilliant.
exciting times.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and it's going so quickly.
What does the
It is.
creativity slider do?
Over here, so in the Tune AI, yeah, the creativity slider. It's well, like it says there, basically, it's known as the temperature parameter. It's almost like it gives ChatGPT a little bit more free reign, I suppose.
Oh,
But if you give it too much, if I put it right up here, for example, it can go a little bit crazy. So
okay.
we tend to
Too
kind of
much
keep it,
hallucination, huh?
yeah, just coming up with weird
Yeah,
characters and
yeah.
things and all sorts.
Oh,
So we tend to keep it down here.
okay.
Hmm.
This seems to work best in this sort of area here. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's basically what it's doing. It's kind of letting it go outside of the information just a bit more, maybe in the way that it describes things and stuff.
I see.
So it's worth playing around with it. But in my experience, it's around this area that it's best.
Okay.
And then we've also this week added Google's new Gemini LLMs as well.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So now we've got all three of the major ones,
Okay.
and Anthropic's
And
Claude.
and Gemini now is using live too. I don't know if you're familiar with that, where they're using voice. So you may want to check
Yes,
on
that's
there.
right.
So their
Yeah, that
Gemini Live has the voice, so maybe you can use their
yes,
API
highly
too.
possible. And I think
So
from memory, they might be cheaper than OpenAI
yeah, so
actually.
you may want to
Probably.
look at them,
Yeah.
in terms of.
What about O1? Is that do they even have the API set up for that?
They
Okay.
do. But I don't know, for the purpose of what we're doing, it might be overkill
Yeah.
because that's kind of going away having a real solid think about things before it gives
Yes.
Yeah.
the answer. Whereas
Mhm.
really the answers are all right here
Okay,
and it
okay.
doesn't really need to think too hard.
Yeah,
It needs to just go
you're
and
using it
retrieve.
as just a training model, not as a, right.
Yeah,
Have you
so it's
tried
Not as a
O1
training.
Mini?
I have had a little go with O1 Mini, yeah. And yeah, it's very effective. Good for coding as well, I think.
Yeah, that's what I've been using.
Is it? Yeah, really good for coding, so I hear. So I'm not a coder myself, but I
Right.
know a lot of people are using something called Cursor
Cursor.
AI,
Hmm.
which is and like sort of combining it with that, and then oh yeah, I mean there's just so many uses for this stuff, isn't there?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, as I said to you the last time we spoke, more than happy to help you guys out in providing each student with the ability to create their own bot, some training for that as well, and if you would like me to, maybe some live training, more than happy.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one, is to have them use it with their, bot, but I think it'd be good for Daniel, for each of the students then to have create their own
Yeah,
bot, so we can make that as an individual rather than just
they
setting
could
it
put
up.
it on the website and train it off whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So, and to use it as personalized and to show an example, I think would be good of how you would train. I think that's where everyone is stopping. When I'm dealing with the university and they're thinking on in bots, I say, okay, of course the university is going to evolve, right? It's not going to be
Yeah,
static. That's the whole purpose of these websites. And how do I
yeah,
get each department then to
yes.
train it? So
So
that's
the good thing is so like if you've got one, say one specific page that is frequently updated rather than a
right,
new page being added,
right.
then you can select that page. So let's just say these pages were going to be updated.
Okay,
Then we can have the bot automatically retrain on it, like hourly,
Oh.
daily, weekly, or monthly.
okay.
So that's really handy. If we just do
Yes, I mean,
that now.
especially even if you think about it,
Yeah,
people, right? They're hiring
exactly.
people
That people page is going to be
or
changing a lot.
events. I think what it's
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
is the events page, right? Of
that's
any
it.
of these
Exactly.
departments.
So
We have new events, and every week, every day it
yeah,
gets updated of
Or
where
even
it
the
is.
that's
calendar
right.
page.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
calendar.
calendar page. So that's a really handy feature is the auto retrain.
Okay,
That's really good. And also at the uni, I'm sure there will be people whose native language is not English.
right.
So when they're able to use the chatbot in their own language, of course, and then you will see all of those conversations taking place here, and then you can simply translate them
Mm-hmm,
in 2 seconds. So, like if I go to our own chatbot here, I'm sure there'll be somebody using it in a foreign language here.
mm-hmm.
Let's have a look. There we go. This looks to be
Yeah.
French, and then
Yeah,
we'll just
right. And
select it.
especially we're giving even courses for Latin America, for instance.
Right.
Basically, Miami is the basically almost the international headquarters for Latin America. So a number of people.
Gotcha.
So we're doing programs with Bogota and Mexico.
I see.
So
So
that would
there
be
we
good.
are. You can
Right,
see that conversation there has just been translated and done.
translated.
And then this can happen automatically as well. So once we've set it to English,
Mhm,
and if somebody was receiving these each time there was a conversation, they would automatically be translated before being sent.
mhm.
So that will be handy as well. So yeah, it's going to be really useful, I feel,
Yeah.
for the university, definitely.
Yeah, I really, one is that idea that you can update quickly,
Yeah.
and you can take the burden out, because now what people are doing is they keep on having to update their website. Even that was a pain for them.
Yeah, I'll bet.
They had
And
to go to a number of people, in order to update the website. The individual wasn't able to do.
right. And any time that you wanted to go over the entire website again, it would be really easy. So let's just say then that this website here, if I
Right.
just take this now, I'm just going to remove these trained links here. So they're all in the system. And then if I go to links just here, and then if we type in, I think it was, there we go, people, wasn't it? So if we just do
Yeah.
people, I'm going to find all the pages for people a minute, and I'll get rid of them a second.
Right.
There we go. So I can just delete all those out. Now, if I want to go and make sure that we go and grab the most current version of that, I'll just click start here like this, and then it will go through. We've rebuilt our crawling system now. It's really solid crawler. I don't think we could have done this the last time that we spoke. It would have taken
Mhm.
forever. But now it's just that quick. It's
Wow,
just
that is really quick. Yeah.
done. Found
Wow.
43. We just add them, add for training,
Right.
and then that's it. In about 2 minutes, they'll be in.
Yeah.
And that's
Wow.
it. Done. There you go. You can see it's coming down now from 40,
Yeah.
25, and it'll be done.
This is great.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's taken a lot of work and a lot of coding, that's for sure, but it's done.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's definitely sort of worthy of being able to handle a big site like Miami's.
Does it
Okay.
work if the site has bot protection?
Now, that's an interesting one. Yeah, occasionally there are people who have firewalls.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, obviously, if you're working with that company or that institution,
Yeah,
then
they
they
can
can
turn that.
allow us to crawl.
Hmm.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, we have had a little look at, and we may still do this because there are some websites that are JavaScript powered,
Hmm.
and they are you just can't spider them.
Yeah.
So what we're going to probably do is create a headless browser system crawler, which again is going to take a lot of work,
Yeah.
but it will be very powerful, and it'll mean we'll be able to do pretty much any site out there, really.
Awesome.
Okay.
So
This
Very
would have
yeah,
good.
been so helpful when I started the university. Everything
yes,
was confusing.
Right. So
yeah.
this is fantastic. So
And we can
uh
QR code this, by the way, of course, as well. So you could literally just put the QR code anywhere you want within campus, and then it would just launch the bot straight on the phone using this link here.
Um,
So that's something that again, the school that we're working with at the moment in the UK, they just put it on their newsletter now all the time, so the parents can just scan it, up it comes, and then just ask questions. So I could
very
see that
cool.
being really good.
okay, that really is excellent. So I think it's useful. So we wanted you to come. We're online. We have a class at 3:30
Eastern.
p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern time. So I guess that's um at in this
Uh,
case
that's at 10:30.
10
Wait, no,
10:30.
sorry. Eastern 3:30. Oh, that's at 8:30 p.m. London time.
Yeah,
30
at
p.m.
8:30. And then we have
Okay.
another class that meets at 5. So that's at that basically, so you can around
10 p.m. Oh.
10 p.m. I don't know if those are too late for you.
No, they're not too late.
Okay.
We're we mean business here, aren't we? We're
I'm
gonna
just
get this
letting you
done.
know. So at least it's
That's
not
all
3
right.
in the
2 in the
morning, you
morning,
know.
no problem. Let's
Yeah,
get
but
it done.
it's not even 2 in the morning. So it
That's fine.
basically, yeah, and we could even have you come in where you can come in and present in one and then
Sure.
continue in
Yeah,
the other. And in this case, and we record our sessions
yeah.
and we also stream live to YouTube. So then what we could do is give you the links and give you the recording so you could reuse it.
That'd be
So you could
wonderful.
so
Yeah,
you could say this was our prison, and then you could edit it. You could do whatever you wanted with it, but you could even have, we can give you the link that you can even say, I'm presenting at the University of Miami. So
sure.
it gives you
That would be
some
lovely. Yeah, I could
some
probably
more
bring some people
credibility.
along.
And then you could even have,
Mhm.
we'd have a YouTube link there that they could either at that point, they could even see it afterwards. They could see it in real time
Yes.
or,
No, that would be really good. That would be really good.
okay.
So what
And if
dates are
there
they?
were, and in this case, you could even invite potential customers and you can say, join me, or you can say you could send them the link, at
Very
that.
true. Yeah,
So,
that
so
would be
it,
great. Yeah,
what
appreciate
dates
that.
are we talking about, Daniel? What did we
Yes,
say?
very important.
So the last week of October, we have two times that we meet, either October 28th or October 30th.
Yeah, I think those
20
were,
And either would
or
work perfectly.
October 30th. So either or, and those 2 times on that one on those 1 days, basically.
yeah. So I
So
think it easier for you to do it in at the same day, I would think, you know.
yeah, probably,
You know what I
probably.
mean? But if you needed to, you could even, we could do one on one day and one on the other. And then we could even think
Yeah,
about if there were other things you want to do, we could, since we're recording, you can present some material in one class and some other material that you wanted to do in another class.
true. Yeah, we
You
could
know what
do
I'm
that.
saying? In
Yeah.
terms of what you would like to do and what kind of recordings you'd like to have
Yes,
as
sure.
well,
So
giving it an overview
that's
and
October the 28th, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah. So okay, I think the 28th would be good. That's half
Okay.
okay.
term. As long as I'm not away on holiday, which I
Yeah,
would
so
normally, I would know by, well, within the next week if I'm going to
okay,
Yeah.
go
so
away
let
or
us
not.
know.
I'll
If
let
not,
Okay.
you
we can
know.
make it another week.
We
That'll
can
work.
make it the following week if need be.
Okay. Do you know what? I'll say, if it's okay with you, I will
Yep.
say the following week just to be sure, because
Okay.
I would hate to announce to my wife that actually we're
Hey,
probably not
right.
going away because I'm doing a Zoom. So
Okay.
and my little
Okay. You
boy,
know what it could be? You could
yeah.
say your holiday would be in Miami too.
Oh, I wouldn't have to persuade her to go on that one. She would love that.
Right.
Be there
Especially
in a
in
heartbeat.
especially in November, right?
Yeah,
Better, yeah, better.
definitely.
That's when our best weather is here. So
Is it? Oh, really? Oh, don't say that. You're selling me here. That sounds wonderful.
yeah, we could have you come live
Oh,
as well. Or you could be in
yeah,
the beach. The beauty is you could be in the beach and be
exactly.
online. So that be on the
Yes.
beach and be online. So we wouldn't
Wow.
take away from your
No, very true. No, I'm sure she'd be
right, because
quite
it'd be
happy to tag
3:30 in the
along.
afternoon, right? Okay,
Yeah.
but let's do that.
So
And
Okay.
that would
I
be
think it
a
may be better, Jason, as well, that maybe at that time, I don't know how
Yep.
long it'd be, maybe you'd be further along in your product too.
Maybe. I mean, we've nearly done our new back end that I was telling you about last time. So I don't know if that's actually
And I'd really like to see the
yes.
voice because I think,
Yes.
and if you
Um,
could even show a beta,
there you go.
oh, look at
So
that.
this is what the new back end will look like.
yeah, uh-huh,
So
yeah, much better,
yeah, it's really it's quite smart
cleaner,
now,
yeah,
cleaner
right.
and yeah, a lot better.
Yeah,
Look, this
yeah,
has
no, it is
different
clean. And I
languages.
think this would be better to present as a way for the university. You know what
Yeah,
else I'll do? That would be a great idea. Is I'll invite the decision makers
yeah.
to come to the session as well.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
You know what I mean? So
There
I
you
can
go.
invite the CIO and some of the others to
Yes.
come in, and then you could they could see it as well. So that
Yeah,
way,
no, that would be
and
great.
that way, I think it'd be even better. That way, you can show a cleaner version,
Yes, a nicer interface and
a
everything. So
nicer interface, because
yeah,
I think the other interface really is a
it does
little
the job, but
clunky.
it's
And
kind of
no, but
basic.
this is because a lot of these people are also not coders, that
Right.
make the decisions, and
Yes.
your
Yes.
back end is really great for coders. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? For
definitely.
more tech people, this is a cleaner version. I like that idea better.
Yes, nice. And also,
No,
by the way, I didn't say to you, but
right.
we can also use the chatbot with Zapier. So
Okay.
you can then connect it up to all kinds of different things. You can have that chatbot effectively writing emails for you,
Yeah.
all
Wow.
sorts of stuff based on the knowledge that it has. And then you can also have it dealing with inbound messages for the university on the Facebook page or
Mhm.
Instagram as
So can
well.
you make this as a later on, I can see this almost like a call center where we have for our
Yeah.
development, they
Yeah.
go out and they leave message and they have people like to call in. Basically, you could even have something like that be it once
Yeah.
you voice.
That's right. Once we got voice, yeah. I mean, God, you could. It's just going to be, yeah, like
Yeah.
your own personal
You're
customer
right, right.
service thing for
Yeah,
all
you need.
angles, really.
Mhm. And how are
Yeah.
you doing? Basically, what are your challenges now?
Well, right now it's keeping up with everything. We want to get this live this month, and we're pretty close. I don't think it'll take too much longer. Then we're gonna have to
Okay.
just thoroughly test it out, make sure it's good. It's also mobile friendly as well, the whole
Yes.
platform. So you can literally create and manage a chatbot on your phone,
Right.
which is good. We've seen people do that at events and things while we've been talking about it, which is quite fun.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm quite confident that we'll have this all ready to go. And then also we'll be allowing to connect up to Google Drive as one of the sources. So here you'll be able to add and then connect to your Google Drive, and then it can use all of the documentation within that.
Okay.
Can it
So
write like somebody based on their previous text?
what's
Like in
that?
a
Sorry.
can it write in a similar style as somebody if you upload sample text?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah, if you were to give it a sample, like here, for example, just you can just put it straight in here.
Okay.
Yeah, so it
Enter
can
your
write in the
training
style of
content
someone.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can teach it to do whatever you would like. we can change its personality as well and get it to use emojis and things, all sorts, to really
Yeah,
tailor it so that it fits the University of Miami, really.
awesome.
Okay. So I'd like you to then think about a small training
Yeah.
that you would do in our class and saying almost as an assignment.
Okay.
How
Okay.
how students could then use it, because we talked about that academic
Well, maybe train their own
part of,
websites, because by that point they'll already have some of their website done.
Yeah. I mean, that would
part of
be
that,
definitely a good one for them to do, is to
right?
be able to train a chatbot up on their own website and then
Yeah,
add it to the site. That would
yeah,
definitely be useful.
And then maybe also and how they make it their personalized
yeah.
website.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, great. So
That
I
would
guess,
be November 4th or November 6th. Probably November 4th is better, but
Okay, November 4th. Let me
how
just
does
have a
that
look.
work out? Let us know.
I think that should be okay. I don't see any. Yeah, there's nothing in my diary. That's a Monday, isn't it?
yes,
Mhm.
That looks a good date to me.
awesome.
Okay, great. So we'll schedule you in, and then
I'm
let's
putting it
do
in now.
this
Yep.
at one point. Let's meet again so we can see
Yes.
what you're going to be presenting.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'll
You know
go
what I
through
mean? So
everything.
then we can give you feedback, and saying
Hmm.
concentrate on that, and then you can see what it's almost like to do a dry run.
Yes. No, that's fine. More than happy to do that.
Okay, and when do you want to? But are you going?
Well,
So you'll let us know when you go on holiday, and we'll
yes, I'll
work
let you know if
around
I
that.
do. I'll let you know as soon as I can. But
Yeah,
if
let us
I
know,
would
and then,
think we
yeah.
would want to meet maybe on the week of the 21st of October, perhaps.
Okay, perhaps.
Sure.
Um,
Okay, or even the week after if we could. Yeah,
yeah, or
Post-vacation.
even the week after if I'm here, definitely.
yeah. If
Yeah.
you're here, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then that would be just for, all fresh in our minds, ready to
Right,
go
right.
for
Fresh on
for the
mind of
course.
where you're going to go through it, and then basically
Yeah.
help you be as concise as possible.
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably drop you an email before then, if that's okay, just to
Perfect.
kind of
Yes,
clarify a few things and
yes,
before I start creating anything.
yes, yes. And then you could even do even ahead of time. You could do a short recordings,
Yeah. Yeah.
where you could
I
put
can do
that
that
as
too.
well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That you could put it, even though we're recording you, you could even have things that you
Yes.
want, or even with your staff, to help
Yes.
you in certain recordings that they could do.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah, we can do
Yeah,
that.
so and what I like about it, Jason, is all the time is reusability. You can use that again
Yes, that's very
for your
true.
customers as well. So I don't
Yeah.
want you to spend any time of just
Mm.
specialized for us, but rather think
Sure.
about ways in which you can reuse this. Reuse.
Okay.
Yeah, or even a video from your YouTube channel if you upload it there and send it off.
Yeah, that would be lovely. Thank you very much.
You understand? So we could set anything up for you that we could put as well.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, anything really that obviously draws
Okay.
attention to the platform is a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a
and
great
do you
platform.
present at any, are you going out to any conferences or anything to present this, or it's all now virtually that you're doing
It's
it?
it's all online really. Yeah, no, primarily I'm promoting it through YouTube and just it's organically growing now as we're adding
Okay,
features, You've had
Mhm.
sort of some people waiting around for us to do WhatsApp and now we've done that, they're using it
uh-huh.
and other people are waiting for other things. So yeah, we're growing organically, which is great.
Yeah, so basically, and then part of it could be you could do some slides with it, right?
Yes.
That you can
Yes.
combine some, sure, nobody wants to have too many slides, but ways in which you kind of point that
Yeah,
out.
exactly. I use a platform called beautiful.ai actually to
Uh-huh.
create all my slides. I don't know if it's going to play up for me, is it? Let's have a little look
I'm
here.
not
Oh, there we
familiar
go.
with that.
So yeah, it's really good actually. It sort of does all the animations for you and everything. So you
Uh-huh.
can present like this.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And it's just instant. It does everything really, really nicely for you. So
Yeah.
I
Look at
tend to
that.
Yeah,
create.
and where people could at the end get in touch with you as well, so they have it,
Yes, that's right.
and you could even put,
Yeah, we can do that. I'll show you all this beforehand so that
yeah,
you're
yeah,
happy with
we
everything.
can do a review
Yeah,
beforehand. Let's
definitely.
set that up as well.
And that'll be
Okay,
great. All right
fantastic,
then. Well, if
fantastic. I'm glad we got this straight.
yes,
The
yes,
time
so am
frame.
I. Yeah, sorry again. I would
Yeah,
never,
sorry, we
never normally do
apologize
that.
too on that. It was
It's
a
it's
miscommunication, but now
yeah,
we
no,
know
that's absolutely
time frame.
fine.
Okay, all
Brilliant. So we
right.
know
So
we
we'll
are
look
now.
forward to seeing you
Yep.
Jason, and then I'm just so pleased, especially that you're getting the voice in there, I think, and you can see all the chatbots are going that way too, of
Yeah,
conversational
that's
ways.
right.
Even people are allowed doing even like their images, and the avatars and so forth,
Yeah.
where they'll be even, think about in education, they'll be in along with Daniel being my teaching assistant, they'll be my bot as my other teaching assistant.
That would save me a lot of questions.
Right.
Yeah,
So
right.
Danielle, I was telling him that I want
I'm
to
being
use his time
replaced.
judiciously, right? Not having to
Yeah,
answer all those questions.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? Well, we can
Yeah.
definitely help. I'm sure of it.
Okay, great. So good to talk to you, and then
Yeah,
we'll
you too.
talk again.
Yeah, take care. Thanks a lot.
Take
Bye bye
care.
now,
Thank you,
Daniel.
Jason.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Take care. Okay. So I need to go to the meeting. What did you think?
I thought it was great. Yeah. You're still
Fantastic.
live streaming, by the way.
Okay.